All right, for the next few videos, we're going to be talking about the workflow we're going to use to take a program like iTunes University, combine it with Google Drive and some apps to create a nice workflow in your classroom where projects can be distributed to students. Students can then work on the projects with a variety of different tools and then submit the work for grading. So we're going to start by opening up a course in iTunes University, and I made this specific course just to use to explain all of the different varieties. In every video, we're going to cover a different type of material that could be used and how you might have that turned into you via Google Drive. So we're going to look at this one specifically in this video, creating a drawing of the solar system. So we have a project where we're supposed to use the following materials to create a drawing of the solar system using an app called Paper by 53. And we're supposed to be sure to label our complete project and then submit it into our Google Drive folder. So this is quite a process. So the first thing we've done is we've been given our directions, and our directions came from iTunes University. From there, we have a link now to actually open up the app. So this is good for teachers to do because at least then you know for a fact they use the correct app. If you said use this app, they're going to use that app. If you say create a drawing, you might get 10, 15 different apps, and it really starts to create a little bit more of a mess for you. If you want it to be neat, always tell them which app to use. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. Now, I've already been working on my project so that I could speed this along for you. So we do need to add one planet in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pen. I'm going to add a nice little planet out here in the distance called Pluto. And we'll just label it. And I'll put a question mark because we never know if that little guy is part of it. So here I've drawn, basically with this app, my solar system, and this is the project as it was required for me. But now what I need to do is I need to turn this into the teacher. And it's not super difficult. Every single software application is going to have some sort of an icon that looks just like this one right here. And when I click on that icon, it's going to give me some options of how to share this. Now, I could put it on the website, I could share it on Facebook, I could do a Twitter with it, I could do a camera roll. There's a lot of different varieties there. This is where app smashing comes into play. So we've already used iTunes University. Now we've used this Paper by 53 where we've actually drawn something for our classroom. And now we're left with this other situation where we want to get this turned into Google Drive, but how do we do that? We have to be kind of creative. We could email it to the teacher. That's one method. Although for the teacher that gets a little disorganized. It's easy for the student, more difficult for the teacher. The other way is we can kind of trick the system into doing this the way we would like it done. So what we could do is we can say, please share this to the camera roll. Now the camera roll is where all of our images are stored. And once we hit share, our document here looks like nothing's happened. It's, you know, we've done our project, but I don't really see anything, and I don't know where it went. Well, it went into our photos, and there it is right there. We've got our picture, but it's now just in photos. Now, one of the things that's nice about Google Drive that I'm going to open up right now is Google Drive allows you to actually upload photos directly to file folders. So if you've watched my other training videos, you know that I have 3 accounts. I have a teacher account, a student account, and a student 2 account. And so I am logged in currently as my first student. And my first student has several different classes. One of them is called Period 7 Science, which is a class folder that is shared with my teacher. Now, when I'm in this class folder, if I go over to the plus sign, I can upload a photo. So I put the completed file into my photos. I can go ahead and grab it. And it is now going to upload directly into my Period 7 Science folder. Now, since this folder is already shared with my teacher now instantly has access to see that completed project. So you can see that we've combined basically iTunes University, we've combined Paper by 53, we've used the camera roll, and for the last step we used Google Drive to complete our process. But now the teacher is able to instantly open up one folder, look for a student, and see the completed work, which can then be graded and feedback can be provided. If you have any questions about how those grades and feedback and all of that type of things happen, please watch my previous training videos in this lesson. They talk about just that thing. Coming up next, we're going to talk about some other ways to smash your apps together to get work turned in.